An old hotel. No guests, no trace online. But room 313 lights up every night. One night, a writer checked it. What she found was never meant to be written. Let's begin the story. Here we go. Claire, a 29-year-old freelance writer from England, had traveled to Romania to create a documentary on local folklore and spirits. Deeply fascinated by the supernatural, she was drawn to the mysterious tales whispered through the Carpathian mists. During her journey, she came across an old riverside hotel called Hotel Veggie. There were no reviews online, no Wi-Fi, and no other guests, only her. The hotel was owned by an elderly woman named Maria, small, pale, and quiet. She smiled at Claire, but said very little. When Claire asked for a room, the old woman silently handed her a key and whispered, "All the other rooms are under renovation. There's only one room still available, room 313. As Claire reached the third floor, she noticed the air was colder than usual. The hallway seemed longer than it should have been, unnaturally so. At the very end stood the door to room 313. The dark wooden door was marked with deep scratches, as if someone had once tried to claw their way out from the inside. She opened the door and found nothing out of place. The room was clean, silent, and seemed untouched for years, but that was only the beginning. That night, she dreamed of a woman in a bloodstained nightgown standing at the foot of her bed. With a trembling voice, the woman said, "Leave before it knows you're here." Claire jolted awake in the middle of the night, her heart pounding, sweat clinging to her skin. Despite the hour well past 3 a.m., she rushed downstairs. She knocked on the hotel owner's door and spoke with a trembling voice. "I had a terrible nightmare. It felt like someone was in the room. Can I please switch rooms?" Maria stood still for a moment before speaking softly. "The other rooms are under renovation. I already told you. There's only one room left." She continued in a gentle voice. "You might just be tired. By morning, you may forget that nightmare though." Her words were meant to comfort. Something in her tone and expression made Claire feel uneasy. So Claire asked if she could sleep on the couch in the downstairs storage room instead. Before Maria turned to leave, she looked back and whispered, "Don't go up to the third floor tonight." At midnight, just as Claire was drifting off to sleep, 3 knocks echoed on the door. The moment she opened her eyes, she heard footsteps just outside the room. Cautiously, she rose and slowly opened the door, only to find herself facing the third floor hallway dot at the end of the corridor. Room 313 stood with its door ajar, a dim light spilling from within, as if inviting her in. Claire stepped inside, only to find that the room had no mirrors, not even one. There was only a painting of a long-haired woman, her face slashed over with what looked like blood. Suddenly, the lights went out in the creeping darkness. Claire saw something moving, a shadow crawling across the ceiling, inching closer and closer. Then, a cold whisper brushed her ear. "Now, you're one of us." Several months later, Astor's Cologne traveler lost his way while crossing the Danube River during the winter. He came across an old hotel with lights still on downstairs. A worn sign above the door read, "Hotel Veggie." As he stepped inside, he was immediately struck by the musty scent of age and the dust floating through the dim light. There were no guests, no sounds. Only one woman sat behind the front desk, her face pale, her long hair falling around her shoulders, staring directly at him. She spoke only one sentence, The other rooms are under renovation right now. There's only one available, room 313. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a tale. See you in the next one, and until then, stay curious, stay safe.